Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Asia Stupart, and I am the MEFA Pathway Program Coordinator. I'm so thrilled to be joining you all today. We will be talking about how to search for scholarships within MEFA Pathway. We'll also look into how to build a scholarship list and also how to organize and stay on top of scholarship deadlines. If you are new here, MEFA Pathway is a free college and career planning platform designed for students in grades 6 through 12 to help them plan for post-secondary success. At the end of the webinar, I'll show the evidence of learning form in which you can earn PDPs or professional development points for attending this webinar. Now, there are a ton of webinars, both live and on demand within the MEFA Institute, which can be found on mefa.org, in which you can earn PDPs for. And this is just one of the many that we offer. All right, so I am on mefapathway.org. I am going to select I am a student. For first-time users, students are encouraged to register for an account. The registration process is pretty straightforward. Students will put in their first name, last name, where they go to school, their address, and also provide security questions and answers to those questions. If you have a student that already has an account with MEFA Pathway, then we encourage them to just log in with their username and password. For any folks on the line today that are familiar with Clever, or not familiar with Clever, Clever is a single sign-on capability that allows students to simply log in to MEFA Pathway or any other application with just one click of a button. And if you are on the line today and you're not affiliated with MEFA Pathway, you're not participating in school, or you want to learn more about how to become a participating school with MEFA Pathway, definitely reach out to us at the end of this webinar, and we'll be sure to provide some information on how you can do that. So I'm going to log in with my username and password. And here we can see that this right is Zoe's dashboard. Zoe is an 11th grade student. So whenever students log in to MEFA Pathway, they will see customizable activities that fit their grade and age level. So Zoe, since she's in high school, she'll see different activities than what a middle school student would see. So since we'll be talking about scholarships today, I'm going to hover to my right to pay for college. Here we'll be able to, talk about scholarships and build our scholarship list. So I'm going to select scholarship search. When students get to this page, they can answer these questions. So is a student currently in high school? We can select yes. Will they be studying full-time or part-time? We can do full-time. And then the type of school, we can put 4-year and hit search. Students don't have to answer these questions to search for scholarships if they don't necessarily want to. But these questions can be a little bit helpful just to kind of target their search a little bit. So here's the way that students can look for scholarships. So these are national scholarships that fit in to high school students that are currently in high school, rather full-time plan 4-year college as a destination. All of the scholarships are sourced directly from Peterson, so students will be able to view a full directory of scholarships. If students find a scholarship that is of interest to them, they're encouraged to select the name of the scholarship, and they'll be able to view more information about that particular scholarship, such as deadline, award amount, if it's renewable, and just additional information about how they can apply and what is required to apply. In addition, students, when they look for scholarships, they'll be able to view scholarships that relate to an existing scholarship that they're looking at. So this scholarship is 2000 Nitro No Essay Scholarship. Some scholarships that relate to this scholarship to my right, or you can see in blue. Students can also easily click on a scholarship and view more information about that particular opportunity. To save a scholarship to a list, students can easily do that by selecting the Screen Save button, and that will save a scholarship to their list. I'll go back to the scholarship search. Give it a second. So we're back at the scholarship search. We won't put in any of the answers. So we can see that these are all the existing scholarships that are sourced directly from Peterson's. Students can filter their search by award type, deadline, area of study, state of residence, where they plan to study, ethnicity, type of school, religion, military, disability, current high school student, and study type. So definitely encourage your students, if they are looking for a particular scholarship, to utilize these filters to narrow down their search a bit better to target what they're looking for. So I'm just going to save a couple of scholarships to my list. And definitely encourage students too, when they are looking for scholarships, to definitely think about applying to ones that might require an essay. Typically, those applications can be great opportunities as well. So if they're seeing a combination of essay, no essay, maybe they submit a video, maybe they submit a project of some sort. There are different opportunities that students can use to apply for scholarships. So no scholarship is too big or too small. So even if they apply for a scholarship that's worth $250, if they apply for 4 scholarships, that's easily $1,000. So definitely encourage students to apply to as many scholarships as they can with different amounts and different requirements as well. So just going to continue adding a few, saving a few to my list, and then we will get into the scholarship list. All right, so I've saved my few to the scholarship search. Now I'm going to hover over to my scholarship list. Now here are all the scholarships that I've saved to my scholarship list. Students are encouraged to utilize the scholarship list to save their scholarships that they are interested in or opportunities that they might apply to. This will really allow your students to stay organized, stay on track of deadlines, as well as informed about whether or not they've received the scholarship, or maybe they just don't have any interest in applying anymore. Students can easily manage that on the scholarship list. So here we see the 7 scholarships that I have on my list. Students will also be able to see the deadline, the status, the award amount, and they have the option to remove it. So if a student is interested in applying for this $1,500 STEM scholarship, we can see the deadline is January 31st of next year. I can put in a status, so if a student has applied for it, they can easily put applied. Or maybe they are not interested in that scholarship anymore. They can select none and remove it from their list by selecting the X button. One thing I'll also mention about the scholarship search and also the scholarship list with the MEFA Pathway is that students are encouraged to apply for that scholarship directly on the scholarship's website. So although we offer the scholarships available on MEFA Pathway, students will have to apply outside for that scholarship outside of MEFA Pathway. So if they see any link on the listing that takes them to the organization or website that's offering the scholarship, then they are encouraged to apply for that scholarship, and they can easily come back into MEFA Pathway and change that status of applied if they've applied for that scholarship. Or maybe they applied and they're waiting to hear back, or they're no longer, they haven't received it yet. They can come back in and update the status accordingly. So students can easily also put in whether or not they've applied. So we'll just put in applied for these scholarships. And they can also change the award amount. So if they would like to change the amount for the scholarship, they can do that as well. I won't do all of them. Another thing that students can do on the scholarship list is add more scholarships from this page. By selecting the add more scholarships button, this will take them back to the scholarship search opportunities where they can begin their search. They can put in a name of a scholarship, they can filter their search. Again, these are the national scholarships. So one thing that's also cool is the ability to have local scholarships as well. So students can view local scholarships that have been added on the counselor portal. If you're an affiliating school and have access to the counselor portal, then you have the opportunity to add local scholarships that students can see when they are in the student portal and when they're looking for scholarships. So if you're interested in becoming an affiliate or participating in school to MEFA Pathway, and you want to learn more about how you can add scholarships, local scholarships, definitely reach out to us and we're happy to help in that regard as well. So these are all the local scholarships. Again, students can do the same thing that they do with the National Scholarship Database. They can search for scholarships, view more information, how they can apply, and just attachments as well if a scholarship has a requirement for that particular scholarship. And that pretty much sums up the way that students can search for scholarships within MEFA Pathway. Students can utilize the the scholarship list to stay on track and organized. They can also use it to keep up to date on their award amounts, what opportunities they have applied for, and just what scholarships that they're thinking of applying to in general. And definitely encourage students to utilize the national scholarships list to find scholarships that work for them. And if you are a participating school, you can utilize the local scholarships feature in the counselor portal to add your own scholarships in which your students can apply for. And the last thing I'll mention before we wrap up for today is the PDP Evidence of Learning form. So if you are an educator who is in need of PDPs or professional development points, you can earn credit for attending this webinar. And this form can be found on mefa.org. If you select About, and then you'll select MEFA Institute, you'll select School Counselors, scroll down a bit, and select Evidence of Learning form. You'll just put in your name, your email, and the lesson that you watched, and just answer these 3 required questions and submit the form. And then that will allow you to get credit for attending this webinar. I'll also mention that you can get credit within the MEFA Institute for attending both live and on-demand recordings as well. So if there's a lesson in the Institute that you're interested in learning more about, and it's not going to be offered live, and you find an on-demand recording of it, you can watch it and receive credit for that as well. So there are a lot of great opportunities to earn PDPs within the Institute. So if you're looking for ways to strengthen your knowledge and ways to just learn more about a particular topic, definitely utilize the MEFA Institute. And if you have any other questions or want to learn more about MEFA Institute, definitely let us know and we'll be happy to help, answer any questions you might have. Again, my name is Asia Stupart, and thank you all for joining me today. If you have any other questions, please reach out to us at info@mefapathway.org, and I hope you all have a great day. Thank you.